Okay, I'm back, and before the book can get cold, I'm going to see if I can pull that out of there. There, I don't even have to pull. See the glue release? Oops, that page come off. That's alright. But the glue released right away. The book is still very warm, and the book is still very readable if you want to read the book. Right? Okay, I'll put this over here. And like I said, it just came right off. I'm going to make sure I'm in frame. I hope got all that. And that leaves you a hardback book cover. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in here, I'm going to paint it because I don't want anything showing through. I usually just, that's all cooled down now. Actually, I did this, it was about 2:15 for about, I don't know, 12 minutes, and it came right out. A lot of people do the temperature higher, like, 275 for 10 minutes, but there's really no danger to the book catching on fire, because any people that are avid readers, you know that the ignition point for paper is Fahrenheit 451, right? Okay. And people, I tell people sometimes, I take the guts out of books, and I do other things with them, and they just look at me like I'm Hitler, because I'm destroying a book. These were books that were already, like this one, if I didn't buy it for $1 at Dollar Tree, it was on its way to the incinerator anyway. So what I do is I just paint the outside of the book. I'm just using plain apple barrel white. Sometimes I have to give it 2 coats, sometimes I don't, and this is going to be, has all the thrills of watching paint dry, literally. But we're going to be painting, not watching it dry. Just squirt some of that on there. Use whatever brush you have available. It tones down the color in case you have not prepared your cloth properly and it starts to bleed through. I just do it as a precaution. And sometimes if these letters are really deep into, imprinted, you might want to go ahead and use a little texture paste, which, as you all know, I'm talking like I know what I'm doing, but I just recently got texture paste, so it just doesn't really matter. And I do the edges too. So I really hope this comes out okay for y'all. I don't really want it to, what I do is I come up here and I do these, because these are going to show also. Just go and do the edges. I may not be entirely in frame, but I believe that you are all intelligent people, and if you're watching this video, if you can turn on a YouTube channel, you can probably put paint on a book. I don't know. I may be giving too much credit. I'm hot this morning. I just got out of the shower, and every time I get out of the shower, it's like I sweat. It's like I need to be in the shower again. Okay. Just tone down that color some. Any brush strokes are not going to show because this is going to be covered up with material. You could also cover it with texture paper at this point if you wanted to. There seems to be a lot of interest, though, in covering books with cloth, and I like it. I've been buying those little bits of cloth, fabric, material, whatever you want to call it, because this is actually a cloth-covered book already. I don't know what I'm being careful for. I always get paint all over me, including up my nose, I guess. Alright. So, put a fingerprint in it. And this will definitely all be covered up. Now you can put 2 coats on it, which is probably what I will do, but I will not bore you with putting 2 coats of paint on it while I'm on camera. I'll let this dry. Normally I'll let it dry naturally, and Then I come back and I put the other coat on. I don't know why I just let it, I just usually let it dry naturally. Then I'll come back and I'll put another coat on that, make sure it's covered. And this is how I do all of my books, and I do, I also do my cardboard boxes that way, and I will show you one of those. I'll pick up one of those and I'll show you when I come back on after this, after I get a second coat on this and this is dried. But that's what I do right there. And that's it, and I'll be back in just a bit.